everyone, so I have a makeup haul for you and it's a very massive makeup haul. There have been quite a few products I wanted to try and a few things I needed to replenish in my current collection. So I went to MAC, I went to Bobbi Brown and Inglot and a few other makeup brands as well. So I'm really excited to share with you guys the stuff I've been buying makeup wise. So tell me, have you ever seen a MAC bag this big? It was the biggest MAC bag I'd ever seen when the lady gave it to me in the store, and I was like, oh my god, that's a really big bag. But then I bought quite a few things and I came into the store like with little bags, and so it was quite handy just chucking everything into the bag and then going home with it. So I guess I'm going to start off with the things I'm most excited about, and they are my MAC palettes. Yay! So I used to have my eyeshadows stored in this old MAC palette, and I actually took out the insert and I stored about 26 eyeshadows in there, and I thought it was really handy having all of my eyeshadows in one palette. But then after a while this began to get really old, and as a result my eyeshadows started to crack and shatter and break, and I was just not having it. So it has been on my wish list for a really long time to actually invest in the newer palettes. They are slightly more expensive than the old ones, and I don't think they do the old ones anymore. This used to be £15, but now you actually have to buy the palettes and the insert separately, and the palette itself is £15 and the insert is between £6 and £7. But the cool thing about this is that you can actually purchase the eyeshadow inserts as well as the blush inserts, so you can switch up and down if you want. I don't have any blushes in pan forms, but most of my MAC eyeshadows are in pan forms, and I find that the pans are cheaper than the ones in the single pots. Now, I've had most of these eyeshadows for years. I've built my MAC eyeshadow collection over 5 years, and there are 2 new additions to my collection, and number 1 is Shroom, which is just a highlight colour. I actually have that on my brow bone today. And the other new one is Bronze, which is just a nice bronzy colour. Very similar to Tempting, which is one of my favourite eyeshadows. I was going to repurchase Tempting, then I thought I'd try something else and then finish that up, and then if I really want to, I'll go back and get Tempting. But yeah, these are my MAC palettes. Let me know if you'd like a video, and then I can just talk about my favourites, ones that I use a lot, and ones I recommend if you want to start your own eyeshadow MAC eyeshadow collection. So the next thing I got is the Skin Based Visage, which is a primer, and this used to be one of my favourite primers back in the day, and I only recently changed it to the Natural Radiance on recommendation by my sister. But then I felt like going back to some old favourites, so I decided to purchase it again, and it just comes in a bottle like that. Now, there's a difference between this one and the Natural Radiance. Obviously, the main difference is the size. The Natural Radiance is 50ml and the Skin Based Visage is 30ml. They pretty much do the exact same thing. However, I would say that the Natural Radiance is much better for people with deeper and darker skin tones, and the Skin Based Visage is for people with medium to lighter to fairer skin tones. But other than that, they're very good, and I intend to use both of them. Next, I have the brush cleanser, and I don't normally use brush cleanser, but then I started using it when I got a free little sample of the Zoeva brush cleanser, and it's really good for spot cleaning. Obviously, I have my normal clean, which I do regularly, which is the shampoo and oil to condition. But for spot cleaning, especially for eyeshadow brushes, if you want to switch up your eyeshadow daily, this is really good because you can just pour it onto a small cotton pad and then swirl the eyeshadow brushes in, or any kind of brush, and it cleans it, it disinfects it, and it dries very quickly. So I thought it would be really handy. So I wanted to try out the MAC version and see how that goes for me. I also picked up my foundation, which is the Studio Fix Fluid, and it's my favourite foundation. I've been using this foundation for years and years and years, and I just keep going back to it. And mine's nearly finished, so I picked this one up, and my shade is NC 44.5. Next I have my Extra Dimension highlighter, and this one's called Superb, and I love this. Oh my god, just look at that. I'm going to swatch it quickly so you can see. Ooh, so pretty. This on the cheek plane just makes the face glow so beautifully, and I just love the design. This is limited edition, so I'm not entirely sure if they still have it in store, but check online, and if I find a link I'll leave it down below. I love my highlighters, especially the Skin Finishes by MAC. They're my favourite ones. The last thing from MAC is a lipstick, and I went back to MAC. And if you don't know what that means, you can take 6 empty containers. It can be anything from lipstick containers to like skin finish containers, foundation containers, and if you take 6 of them back for recycling, you get a free lipstick. And I got a free lipstick, and this one's called Pink Pearl Pop, and it's a really lovely pink. I'm going to swatch that for you so you can see. It's a cream sheen finish, so it's very creamy, and I thought it would be really nice to add to my collection. So my Inglot purchase, I haven't been to Inglot in a really long time, and I did want to check out the eyeshadows because I've heard a lot about the eyeshadows. And there's this thing called the Freedom System, which is kind of like a different size palettes, and you can customize it to however you like. So I wanted to customize my perfect matte palette, and I created my own matte palette. Now you can actually customize this with eyeshadows, blushes and lipsticks, so you can have anything in, and the whole thing's £55, which makes each pot only £5.50, which I think is a very good deal. So here's the palette. The top is actually magnetic, and you can slide it off and slide it back on, and the colours are gorgeous. So this is sort of like my perfect matte palette. So it's got a green, a mustard yellow, a pink, some creams and whites, and down here I have a brown, blue, purple, grey and a black. I'm going to swatch one of them quickly so you can actually see what I mean by the pigmentation. It's very pigmented, and I can just imagine how amazing these are going to look on the eye. Pretty. Now on to my Bobbi Brown purchases. I initially went into Bobbi Brown just to try out the foundation stick, and I read a review about it some time ago, and I remember thinking I'm going to add that to my wish list. And I also came across it in quite a few magazines, so I did want to try it out for myself and see if it's good enough for me and good enough for me to recommend to you guys. So this is it. Comes in a little stick, and the shade that I was matched to was Warm Honey 5.5. So that's what it looks like. I love the fact that it's a stick, so it can actually go in your bag so easily, and you can carry it around the whole day and touch up on your makeup if you need to. And that's the foundation itself. As far as price point, it is quite expensive. So for this whole thing is £29. But then again, Bobbi Brown is a very well-known brand. I'm not surprised that that's how much it costs. But I do want to check it out, you know, try it for myself for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be back with an in-depth review and comments on the actual foundation, and I'll let you guys know if it's worth that £29 or not. In true makeup obsessive form, I picked up some lip glosses as well. They're all very pretty, bright colours for springtime. I mean, look at that. That's Cabana Coral. It's just a coral, and it goes really well with my makeup look today and my top. And I just swatched that for you so you can see what it's like. I'm loving lip glosses at the moment. The next one is Petal, and Petal's a pink. It's just a natural pink. Put it there. And this one's called Bright Pink, which is very fitting because it is a very bright pink. So that's going to look gorgeous on that lipstick I just showed you from MAC, the Pink Pearl Pop. And lastly is a blush. When she tried on the foundation, she dusted a tiny bit of this on my cheeks, and I fell in love with it there and then, and I had to have it. And I'm a very big fan of blushes, and I don't actually have a Bobbi Brown blush in my collection, so I thought it would be perfect just to buy this one. It's really pretty. Swatch that quickly for you so you can see. Very nice. So I was recently sent some goodies from Zoeva Cosmetics, and they are one of my favourite brands for brushes, and I've spoken about their brushes in the past. I did like a review some time ago, and they sent me some new brushes from their new collections, and this one is the Rose Golden collection, and it comes in this beautiful brown makeup bag with a rose gold zip, and on the inside it's got like a silk, is it silk or satin? Inside, and it has another like zip and pocket in there as well. And the brushes are gorgeous. If you follow me on Instagram, I've already snapped a picture of this and I put it up and I was like, this is so pretty. Look at them. They are gorgeous, aren't they? They've got like rose gold handles, and there's so many different brushes for so many different things. I do have a few of them already in my current Zoeva brush collection, but these are special because they have rose golden handles. This is one of the ones I already have, and it's a Luxe Sheer Cheek brush. I love using this for contouring my cheekbone. I have this one as well, which is a powder brush. This is another one I already have, and it's the concealer brush. It's a concealer buffer. I love using this underneath my brows to buff out the concealer, especially when I conceal that area. So this next one is a face collection brush. I don't know the exact name of it, but I will check online and I'll leave a link down below and the correct name down below. But then it comes again in another nice faux leather bag, Zoeva on it, and this time it's got a silver zip, and on the inside is pink, so very pretty. Comes again with another zip, another insert in there, and the brushes are gorgeous. Do you ever get that feeling where you have new brushes and you don't want to use them yet? You just want to look at them because they're so pretty and you don't want to get them dirty? It's just me? Okay, I'm weird. This is the Define Buffer, and it's kind of like a stippling brush, but then it's angled, so it's perfect on the face. I imagine this would be really good with that stick foundation from Bobbi Brown, or any kind of creamy product that you want to go on your face. It'll be really, really good. Now, I've never ever seen a brush like this before. It's the face paint brush, and I assume this is really good for liquid foundations. I am eager to try this out to see if it's really good, but I love this shape already. I could just look at it all day. They were kind enough to send me some more makeup, some lip crayons and some blushes. I'm going to show you in a minute. And it's like they know me really well because I love my nude lips. And this is a really nice pink one I really want to try out. This is the pink one I want to try out, and it's called Silly Love. It's a swatch. It's very, very nice. That's it for my makeup haul. Hopefully you've seen some things you like. If you want me to do tutorials or in-depth reviews on anything, make sure you leave a comment down below. I am planning on doing some reviews in the next few weeks anyway, but if you want to see something first, just comment down below. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!